My name is Santosh Paragond. I am the founder of Globe Connex. We are based here in Frankfurt, but I am originally from India, Bangalore. And me being an Indian, born and brought up, did my engineering in India. And I have traveled across many states and many cities in India. And the kind of affiliation I have with Indian states is quite extensive. So especially the South Indians, the state where I belong may not be speaking the same language as the other state, the neighboring state. So we do have a lot of challenges in terms of language. And there are many difficult languages and there are many easy languages. Then there are many languages with many dialects. So you have a lot of variations. Of course, the different meanings of the same word, it means a different in different state. So there's a huge array of words, array of dialects, array of languages you get. Just to tell you, we have officially, written officially 28 languages, which is spoken, written with the proper literature. And this is just official. And there are many languages like this which are spoken extensively as a mother tongue, as a different dialect, and varieties. I give you one example, which sounds a bit vulgar, but I give you a perfect example. So we have a state called as Andhra Pradesh. They speak Telugu. So the language there is called as Randi. Randi means in Telugu is come. But the same word in Hindi means prostitute. You should say it in Andhra Pradesh and not say it to a Hindi-speaking guy. So it's like this, and there are also many words which just trigger other things. So yeah, like I said, in my mother tongue itself, the place where I come from, North Karnataka, onion is ullagadi. The word some states they don't even have this letter, so they cannot pronounce this letter. Likewise in Kerala, they don't know l. If you tell them zero, they cannot say zero, they'll say zero. So there is a kind of change, even though they mean the same, but they don't mean the same. The advantage what we have after British left us is the English. So now we are actually the highest English speakers in the world. Not the British, not the Americans. The Indians are the ones who speak English much more than anybody else. Of course, our accent matters, but in medical world, the most of the doctors, they are doing the service exactly where they belong or where they came from. For example, I belong to Karnataka. So if I am a medical doctor, I go to my city and I speak my mother tongue, I speak that dialect, and I speak English. So for an educated patient, all I have to do is just tell him, take paracetamol. But if I get an uneducated patient, I have to speak to them in my native language. So I would rather write much more clear, and I just tell them, go to the medical shop, get your medicine. The medical shop guy, he speaks much more fluent the local dialect and the local language than me being a doctor. So it's a quite, from a communication point of view, we really don't have a challenge. But for an external entity which walks into that, let's say, scene, he has a challenge. Because for him to understand that particular words, particular dialect, it's a different, it's challenging. Unless he spends a little bit of time with us, That's always the same. This is where what exactly is machine learning? It's basically, I need that data to process that data. So if I need that data, I need to go there where that data comes from or where that data belongs. And from this part, you can definitely get, as Andrea was saying, if you get 1/4 or even 50% of the words, which can be elongated and escalated to the sentence and the meaning, because then you can build the patterns. Then AI kicks in with machine learning and then says, okay, this word could mean in this direction, this word could mean in this direction. And this can be structured, but it needs a lot of data. And a data is a data. You need to capture data. That's is what machine learning is. The more you feed, the more you get out.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Santosh, for
Thank
your
you.
time.
My pleasure.
Fantastic.